Hi, I'm Terry with Eat, Crave, Create, and today we're going to create a cake plate using items purchased from the Dollar Tree. Years ago, a friend of mine showed me how to make a cake plate using a candle holder and a plate, and ever since then, whenever I see pretty plates and stemware, I find myself wondering, what would that look like as a cake plate? What would that look like as a jewelry holder? I'm going to show you the cake plate today, and I'll save the jewelry holder for another time. Here are the supplies that you need to make this. You need a bottom of some kind. I used a plate and a matching bowl on this one from the Dollar Tree. And same thing on this one except for it's clear. And now I want to make a few more sizes so they can be staggered. And so I'm using a glass and a small plate from the Dollar Tree. And then we will build one on top of this goblet. The first thing you need to do is you need to have some sandpaper, E6000, Vaseline, Q-tip, and a paper towel. So the first thing you're going to do is sand this edge, the ridge that's going to actually meet with the plate. And you want to rough that up so you're creating a better surface for the E6000 to adhere to. I've already sanded this, and so we're going to go ahead and put the E6000 on. When we're doing the glass, we only want to sand this part where we have a ridge. We don't want to sand the glass where it's going to meet or we're going to scratch the surface. When I made this one, I was able to sand both surfaces just to make sure I had a good seal. So we're going to start by grabbing our E6000 and we're going to make sure we get a good solid bead. I guess not even a bead. We want a really good solid edge around here. We want to make sure that we're not missing any spots because we're not just gluing this to the plate, we're forming a seal so that when you're washing it later, you don't get bits of food sliding in between there and making your pretty cake stand look a little bit disgusting. So once we get this and form a good ridge around here, making sure we haven't missed anything, we're going to use our paper towel to wipe off the excess glue around the edge. And then if you use Vaseline and a Q-tip and put the Vaseline along the threads of your lid, that will make it easier for you to get the lid off next time you want to use E6000. There have been times in the past where I've wanted to make something and found that my E6000 was definitely strong enough to keep the lid on. So we're going to move those out of the way. And now we're going to add this plate. You want to be careful to center it. And you can kind of see the glue moving around, but it's going to dry clear. And so it gives you just a second to make any adjustments if you need to. And then you want to let this dry for 24 to 48 hours. And we are going to now go ahead and make one using this goblet. I'm going to move that off to the side here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get this. I've already sanded it just to save some time. And we sanded it just to roughen up the edges. And again, we're going to put a bead of the E6000 around the edge. And you can wash these by hand. The E6000 is supposed to be waterproof. And I haven't had any trouble with the ones that I've made in the past using this method. In fact, I've made quite a few of these over the last few weeks to give as Christmas gifts. And now we're again going to center that. And what I usually try to do is whatever item is heavier, I will eventually turn it over so it has a little more weight on it as it seals. So there you have some tiered cake plates made with items purchased from the Dollar Tree. Hope to see you again.